This is the worst habit in chess. So, you might notice what it is just by looking at this page, but when you lose 2 games, this is the rule. If you lose 2 games, don't play more. Take a break. Do something. Do puzzles, walk around, come back to the computer or phone or whatever. Because when you lose 2 games, it doesn't matter. Even if you think you'll do okay, you won't. A lot of the times, you just don't. So we're going to look at those games and review them. And I'm going to show you what happened and why that cycle of losing games kept happening. So, in the first game here, this is all book moves in the Sicilian. I haven't versed the Sicilian in a while, so I forgot the best moves. But, I mean, I made the best moves here, and already I'm winning by a lot. Apparently, the bishop was supposed to come here. During the game, I actually saw ideas here, but it was probably around here where I thought, okay, this is not going to work if he pushes the pawn. Maybe I could somehow, do this later on. Later on, it's not specific enough. The pawn could kick me out. And so I kind of squandered my advantage by moving the other bishop and castling. This whole time I had the chance to, again, bring this here. Because how do you stop that? The computer says just attack, and after the bishop gets attacked, you go back, and that's how you can protect the square. But it's not so simple. You can attack, you can come forward, and then you can do something like this. And now it looks like maybe you didn't do the best thing, but I mean, his king is open and it's an even game. But that's hard to find, right? To bring the bishop back around to watch that square. Anyway, I take that and then I go back. I bring my rook here and I'm thinking, hey, this is just a mate thread. He'll push his pawn and maybe I'll be able to do something. Here, my mistake was I wasn't really able to do this, and I didn't notice this attack on my rook. And the second I took with my knight, I was so pissed at myself because I saw this attack. That's why everything else before doesn't work. He was able to take it, and I just start playing fast. I'm pissed off. By the way, my opponent was playing fast most of the game. When people play fast, it pisses me off. It gets me annoyed and gets me mad. And I've gotten past that in the past. But today I was in the mentality that I'm going to win a couple of games in a row. I'm going to get back to 16, like close to 1600. I couldn't save the game. I just couldn't save the game. And I just started playing fast. And apparently my opponent blundered at one point. This is why you don't need to play. Well, I had 12 seconds left, but yeah, very bad stuff. Very, very bad stuff. And then I lost on time. So you can imagine I felt like I was in a better position with the Sicilian. I typically win or do pretty well with the Sicilian. At least that's what I thought. So I go into my second game a little bit angry. By the way, this is day 57 on my journey to 2000 for those wondering. You could see in the description like the journey of that and in the playlist. But anyway, so we go into the second game and it's a Sicilian again. I can't screw up the Sicilian again, right? I understand my mistake now. I know if this happens, I can, bring a bishop in. But this looks a little different, right? This looks a little different. He attacks, I attack him back, and here I'm winning like crazy. Again, out of the opening, I'm winning because I know enough of the opening moves just from playing enough games, but I don't know how to convert it. By the way, I just want to say I studied knights today, the whole day, because I like to go over what I studied. I studied like how knights work and stuff, but I still don't know when to reroute knights. So if you guys have any tips on that, let me know in the comments below. Anyway, I come in with this knight thinking that takes, and my queen is in this really annoying position. That's a typical idea in the Sicilian. Apparently, I was supposed to bring my knight here because this idea, I suppose, could have came later. I'm not exactly sure. But anyway, this happens. I protect this pawn, which I thought some time for this move. You could see I thought about a minute and a half. Because I thought, I don't want this pawn to be taken. It attacks my queen. So if I just lazily develop, it doesn't look good. I was thinking of this move, but I thought this looks super passive. And I just didn't like it, And I thought, oh, after I castle my rook, my king will be pretty safe on the side. Or I could castle the other side, we'll see. Anyway, I bring my bishop here, and he attacks my pawn. So I come here, and I expected him to take, and I would take back with this, attacking this. Something like this. Apparently, it takes away my advantage. But anyway, this is what happens instead. I'm up a pawn. I was expecting this, and I'm up a pawn, and then this is what I was expecting. And for some reason, I thought he would take with his pawn, doubling his pawns. I forgot that the king can just take. So, but anyway, that's not what happens. He moves his king aside, so I go for another check, and I bring a bishop here. Now this is wrong because this attack attacks both pieces, and I have no protection for the bishop. If I take, I lose my queen, and that's it. So instead of, well, not instead of that, that's what I did, but my opponent didn't see it. I take because, again, I'm thinking doubling pawns are great. Look at this. I'm freaking up by 2 points, right? Develop my knight, pawn pushes, and I take. I take because I didn't like how open my king was getting, but honestly, this move looks really good. It stops the rook from coming in. Yeah, that's the big reason. The queen can come here, but then you lose your rook. So, I mean, maybe later it could come there, but by that time I would probably castle. Anyway, I take instead. He brings the rook in, and here I find this beautiful move, kicking the rook out. He wanted to have some discovered attack on my queen, but he's forced to move. Then I castle, surprisingly to the right side. The correct side, I mean. The reason I castle to queen side is because I see that the rook supports my queen. I also see that it's not so easy for black to check me right away. Over here, black could have came in like this, and these pawns look like they're just not protective. And later on, he could move the king and attack me like this with his rook. So I didn't like that, which is why I castled the other way. I mean, obviously, he could come here, but this doesn't look as scary. I have enough pawns to kind of deal with the threats here, and he only has 1 pawn on this side. Anyway, he moves to the side. I check, and I feel like this is pretty soon where things start falling apart. So as early as here, I could have brought my knight into the game, but I was scared of his pieces getting in, especially his queen. I liked that I really liked the knight here, just stopping this. But the knight here stops the rook from coming here, which is really nice. And it gets closer to the king. And it looks chill, right? Actually, it says white's best move is to come here with the rook, which is kind of crazy. Let's say he did some other random move like this, which looks okay too. Like, I didn't analyze this too much, but I'm not exactly sure. So, okay, so this is the idea. Coming in here, giving check. If he comes here, then you probably just check here, and there's mate right here because the knight covers. So getting the knight into that position, so the king can't move forward. Also, this pawn is blocked in. I didn't see that idea. I didn't know exactly what to do here. Instead, he takes my pawn, and I don't know how I missed that. It's pretty dumb by me. And I decide to protect this knight, so I don't know. You know, I thought this doesn't make sense. He takes my knight with check, and I thought, okay, if I do this, it's going to be annoying for him to move this, and I might even have a discovered attack later on, or I might be attacked. But my idea here was that it's going to be hard for him to take out my knight. That's what I thought, at least. So anyway, I pushed that. He moves his bishop, and here I screw up. I screw up because I could check. And if he moves to the side here, I have this check, and he moves here, and I have this check. And now he's exactly where I want him to be. If he comes here, I probably have some checkmate ideas. Jesus Christ, this looks crazy. What the heck? What? I did not analyze it this much. Jeez. Oh, because I have another rook to come in. Right. Okay. So that could have turned into checkmate. And I just didn't realize how to break through. So I pushed this pawn instead, and it just neutralizes the game. It neutralizes the game because I take back, and actually he gets to get into the position, and I don't have an attack anymore. My knight was actually super vital in the attack there, and I ignored it, which is not good. And then here, I walk into a mate threat. Now imagine that the whole game I'm losing, and then I lose the game, right? That's 2 games lost in a row. You could argue, okay, you missed a cute little trick, so you lost. 3rd game, shouldn't play. Didn't play the third game, okay? In my opinion, no. Look at this. He played 90% accuracy. You might say, oh, this is the Scotch. You're pretty good with the Scotch. You know how to use it. Your opponent even made a mistake. Look at that. You're playing really well. Look at this. Out of the opening. I don't know how to position my pieces well. This is something I really, really need to study. But I would say the biggest mistake is it's just keep playing on. So here I think for a while, a minute, and I come up with this move because if takes, I take his rook. If he takes, I take back, and I just thought it was okay. Apparently taking like this is better because I still have control of the open file. I can go to d5. I'm targeting this weak pawn. You know, he can't come here. I have connected rooks. If he tries to come forward or something, I can start putting a lot of pressure on his position. And what do you do after this? Not so clear, right? I could maybe even kick this knight out or something. So instead of keeping the pressure and pushing like that, I let him take on his terms. Or I guess I thought it was on my terms, but it didn't really work. And again, I'm not using my knight. I'm not using my knight. And after all this, I get into the 7th rank. I think I'm pretty clever. I'm definitely winning this game. And I blunder. I blunder mate. I saw this mate threat, and I knew my knight was protecting this square. But look how fast I start playing. This was a 7-second move, and then this was a 1-second move. I didn't give myself time to make an escape square. And I get checkmated. A very frustrating way to lose, right? But wait, there's more. Okay? There's more because, what is this? The 4th game? This game? Just terrible. I spent like 50 seconds on this move. I'm seeing boom, boom. If he takes, it's fine. If he doesn't, blah, blah, blah. And I don't think I was able to calculate well because of all my other losses. And we're just going to speed through this one up a little bit just to show you how chaotic and crazy it gets and how he gets into my position and how I can't do anything about it. Like, look at this. This looks crazy. At times I thought I was okay. I was trying to like threaten back rank mate, but it was over. It was over. I couldn't stop him from promoting, and that's it. I just gave up there. Now, there are 2 games in here that I do end up winning, but I don't think that means much. I don't think it means much because like we're looking at all this going on here. Now look at this. The Sicilian. What am I saying? The Vienna game. I just learned it recently. This is the best scenario possible. I'm playing all the best moves. Again, I'm playing really good in the opening. Okay, that wasn't the best move, and I realize it blocks in my bishop, but why not take here? He can't take because of this. I didn't see that. I'm still winning by quite a bit. It's obviously not game over. You know why I put my queen here? I put my queen here because I thought I could take it back, not realizing the knight develops and protects. Stupid mistake. Look how fast I'm playing. 9 minutes and 7 seconds I have left. Look at this. I blunder because the knight can come here. And I'm helping him develop, and my queen has to move like a maniac. And it gets trapped here, I guess. Or no, but this becomes so passive. Poisoned pawn, right? Anyway, all of this happens. He gets into my position. He wins a rook, and I sack a piece to get in. I sack a piece. I attack his queen, and I'm playing super fast. I'm just gonna annoy the hell out of him. Okay, that was dumb. I thought maybe I could pressure this while promoting this. Nope, the rook was just gone, and that's it. The game's over. The game's over. I try to play super fast, do some tricks on him, and the funny thing is, over here, he does make a mistake. He makes a mistake because I could push this pawn forward. Isn't that crazy? And you might think, oh, what about this? The bishop watches. You might think, oh, what if he checks you? Then you just take it. Right? I mean, no, maybe you're not thinking that. That's a bit too obvious. Computer says c6 is the best move to go around, I guess. Look at this, though. You get a freaking queen. 4 minutes left on the clock, and I don't see that because I'm playing super fast every move. Terrible. I end up losing that game. Right? That's like, how many games in a row did I lose there? I lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. I won 2 and I lose 2. 98.8% accuracy, the last guy. Look at this, 92.2% accuracy. I would want to say, oh, it's, you know, they're cheating or something. But no, it's because I'm playing such bad moves that any move they make is good. Like, look at this. He just comes into the position. This is obviously tilt, playing on tilt. How about the next one? You're not going to be surprised. Or maybe you will if I won this one. Yeah, I won this one maybe. But look how crazy it looks. He gets into my position. I'm clearly losing. And somehow I'm able to neutralize. I get my queen in. I sack a knight. Such a dumb decision. And here my opponent blunders because the queen was supposed to watch this diagonal and falls for mate. Not a very satisfying mate. It's kind of a funny one, but is it satisfying to win like that? I don't think so. Finally, a game I play okay. Right? We're developing, we're pushing, I'm bringing pieces out, all of this is happening. And okay, I blunder. I blunder because this... Did we look at this game? This game looks familiar. This. And I could win the rook. I didn't see that. Anyway, it's fine. The game is pretty neutral. It should be a tie. And actually, I start playing pretty decently here. I play pretty decently going for this trade because I have a back rank mate idea at all times, kind of, until he does something about that. So I pick up this pawn, he finally does something about that, and now I can do something. I take that, I go for the trade because I'm winning. He doesn't go for it, and I get this checkmate. Okay, first decent win. Again, playing a little too fast, but first decent win. Nope. No more decent wins. After some book moves, I ruin my king's protection, and I decide, you know what? I'm going to walk my king to the other side of the board. And this game looks so cool, even though I lost and it was terrible. Here, my opponent thought he blundered. He spent a while on the next move here. Or maybe the one before. Oh, I guess he spent only a minute. It looked like he blundered, but he was able to save his queen by coming out. Look at this craziness. But I'm completely losing. I'm down a piece and I can't do anything about it. Down a piece in just pawns. That's how many pawns I lose. He's able to queen and I can't break into the position. I hope maybe I could go for some... you know, perpetual over here, but no, he doesn't let me. And the last game is this. My opponent plays with 98.7% accuracy. I bring pieces in. Again, I'm pushing really far with my d-pawn, and I realize I lose here because I'm gonna lose this. So what was my best move here? Surprisingly, bring the bishop. What happens after he takes? You know, complicated game. It looks like you could do this, but I'm assuming the bishop can come here even. Or this still works. So a very bad game. And then I finally decided, let me stop. Let me stop playing. 2 losses. That's the rule. That's the worst habit in chess. When you're losing and you keep playing, just not a good thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time.